Hello everyone. I hope you are doing great at home. Today I'm going to teach you about PCR, polymerase chain reaction. What is this PCR is all about? In this PCR, in this technique, this is a technique of a biotechnology. In this technique, what we do, in this technique, just we make multiple copies of the DNA. The DNA which we want to insert into the new host, we just make the multiple copies of that particular DNA so that it become easy to transfer that gene, the desirable gene, into the other organism. So this is the technique which help in this thing to make the multiple copies of that particular DNA. So let's see what in this PCR, what are the basic steps which take place in this technique. So there are three basic steps occur in this polymerase chain reaction technique, and these three basic steps include, the number one is the denaturation. Denaturation is the steps occur at 95 degrees Celsius temperature. At this step, the two strands of the DNA get separated. You all know the Watson and Crick told us that the two strands of the DNA are helical in nature, they are coiled together, those two strands get separated. In the second step, that is called annealing, take place at 55 to 65 degrees Celsius. At this step, the Taq DNA polymerase enzyme added the primer to both these strands. The primer is added by the help of Taq DNA polymerase. Why we use this enzyme? Because this enzyme is very thermostable enzyme. Thermostable means that this enzyme can tolerate maximum temperature. It do not get degenerate. That's why we use thermal Taq DNA polymerase to add the primer. And in the third step, that is extension, occurs at 72 degrees Celsius. From the primers, different nucleotides added and a new chain of the new strands of the DNA builds up. And the Taq DNA polymerase, when the oligonucleotide, when the nitrogenous base is added to the primer, they make the hydrogen bonds with the parental strand. And the extension occur, the Taq DNA polymerase will extend the primer, will extend the new strands of the DNA, and this step is called extension. So the whole PCR technique summarized into these three steps: denaturation, separation of two strands of DNA, annealing, addition of primer with the help of Taq DNA polymerase, and extension, that is increasing the new strand of a DNA is complementary to the parental strand. So let's see further all things about the PCR. So this is the basic mechanism of a PCR: denaturation, annealing, and extension. In the denaturation, both the strands get separated. In the annealing, primer is added, and this primer is added with the help of Taq DNA polymerase. And one more thing, the primer is always added on the 3' end of the strand. Why? Because this primer is itself 5' to 3'. So sorry, just let me tell you once again. So this primer is actually 5' to 3' itself. This primer is 5' to 3' itself. As the primer is itself from 5' to 3', therefore it always attaches at the 3' end of the DNA. So always remember, the primer always added on the 3' end of the parental DNA, 3' on the parental DNA, because primer itself is 5' to 3'. Now the last step, that is extension, the Taq DNA polymerase will extend it and the new strand complementary to the parental strand will be formed. So this is the basic criteria, basic steps of a PCR. Let's see further details of polymerase chain reaction. So the polymerase chain reaction, in the polymerase chain reaction or in the PCR machine, we only focused on the target DNA sequence. We do not want to make copies of the whole DNA. You all know we are a complex organism and the DNA is also very complex. So, but we do not require, there is no need to copy the whole DNA. We just have to copy a target DNA sequence, a specific DNA sequence in which our desirable gene is present, which we want to transfer to the host cell. So in the PCR, it only focuses on the target DNA sequence. Second, this incredible technique was given by Kary Mullis in 1985. Kary Mullis was the scientist who gave this incredible technique and made our life very simple. Another one, the primer. The primer which is added in by the help of Taq DNA polymerase in the annealing step, that primer is 15 to 25 nucleotides long. There are different types of primer. There are the long primers, short primers, but the primer which is used in the annealing step of the PCR, that primer should be of 15 to 25 nucleotides long, not more than that and not less than that. Another one, in the PCR, I have told you in the earlier also that the thermostable enzymes are used. Why we use thermostable enzyme? Because the annealing process, the extension process occurs at very high temperature, 55 to 65 degrees Celsius. That is the temperature of annealing step. An extension step occurs at 72 degrees Celsius. So the temperature is very high. So if we use any common enzyme which is not thermostable, so that enzyme will get degrade. That enzyme will not able to work properly. So we require an enzyme which is thermostable, which can tolerate maximum temperature and does not get degrade. So Taq DNA polymerase is one of the enzyme which is thermostable. We can use that, we always use that enzyme. But other than Taq DNA polymerase, we can use two other enzymes known as PFU and BSTE. The full form of PFU is Pyrococcus furiosus and the full form of BSTE is Bacillus stereothermophilus. These two enzymes, PFU and BSTE, are also thermostable enzyme like the Taq DNA polymerase, and we can use these two enzymes also while performing the PCR polymerase chain reaction during the annealing process. So let's see further the things about PCR. Okay, so this is the PCR machine which is present in the laboratory. You can see there are some tubes. There are some sockets in which we can put some tubes. So the tubes in which we have DNA and we put enzymes, that tubes in which we want to make copies of DNA, that tubes are placed in these sockets. So these sockets are made to place those tubes, and the buttons you can see over here on the PCR machine, these buttons are useful to regulate the temperature and to regulate the timing. Like I have told you earlier, for the annealing process we require 55 to 65 temperature degrees Celsius. For the extension, 72 degrees Celsius temperature is required. So the maintenance of this temperature thing is done with the help of these buttons, or these buttons by which we can change the temperature as well as the timings. So when we put the test tubes containing DNA in this PCR machine, we'll just close this machine, set up the timings and temperature, and the machine will do its work. So how this machine works, how this machine make the copies of the DNA. Let's see what will happen inside the machine. Inside the machine, this process occurs. This is called thermal cycling of PCR. Very important thing to know, what is thermal cycling of PCR, a thermal cycling parameter. Like this thermal cycling parameter indicates that how the copies will make, how the denaturation will occur, for how much time is required, how much temperature is required. So let's see. In the first cycle, this process, the PCR process, in this PCR process, the process does not end into only one cycle. It could require 2 or 3 or more cycles. So, like there are 32 cycles occur for making copies of the DNA. So in every cycle, what will happen? In the first cycle, first of all, at the 95 degrees Celsius for the 10 minutes, activation occur. Activation means that the strands of DNA get separated, the strands of DNA get activated, start to get separated. For the 15 seconds at the 95 degrees Celsius, denaturation occur. That means the two strands of the DNA which are coiled together get separated totally. The separation actually starts from here. The remaining separation, if only a part of separation is required, that total fully separation occurs at this time for the 15 seconds at the 95 degrees Celsius. The whole denaturation process take place. These timings and temperature could vary depending on the organism we are using, depending on the primers we are using, but this is the basic criteria which I am telling you that how thermal cycling take place. So first step is the activation and denaturation occur for the 15 second and then 10 minutes. After that occurs annealing. Annealing is the addition of primer with the help of Taq DNA polymerase. We can use PFU also or BSTE also. They all are thermostable enzyme. They do not get degraded at high temperature. So at the annealing step, the primer is added, and the primer is added at 65 degrees Celsius for 30 seconds. This process occurs for 30 seconds only at 65 degrees Celsius temperature. Now you can see the temperature is very high. If we use any thermostable enzyme, then that enzyme will get degrade and our product will not be, and we will not get our product. So we always required a thermostable enzyme. Next step is the extension. As I have told you earlier, the primer will extend by adding the different nucleotides, and the extended nucleotide will form a complementary strand to the parental strand, that is called extension. That extension will occur at 72 degrees Celsius for the 40 second. Maximum all the extensions occur at this stage at the 72 degrees Celsius for the 40 second. But if a little bit extension is left, a little bit part of DNA is left where extension has not occurred, that particular extension occurs at the final extension step, that is at 72 degrees Celsius again for the 10 minutes. This 10 minute is for the final extension. If any part is left where nucleotide has not been added, where bonds has not been formed, where there is no extension has occurred yet. So at that point, final extension occur for keeping it in the PCR for the 10 minutes at 72 degrees Celsius. And the last one is the 4 degrees Celsius. This is the sign of the infinity. That means our DNA or the copies which we have made, or the complementary strands which we have made, those strands will get stabilized, those strands will get fixed. So the fixing of the copies of the DNA or fixing of the new strands of the DNA occur at this step at the 4 degrees Celsius for the infinity, like for the lifetime. That will remain fixed for the lifetime. So it will occur at this step. So this is all about thermal cycling of PCR, that how multiple copies of DNA occur. So there are actually 3 steps: denaturation, separation of 2 strands; annealing, addition of primers with the help of thermostable enzymes; and then extension, extended the another strand of the DNA complementary to the parental strand. And while doing all these steps, these temperatures and these timings are required for taking place of all these steps, all these 3 steps. This is called thermal cycling of PCR. I hope you have understood everything about PCR. This is all about PCR. Thank you so much and have a nice day.